What's going on? It's your boy Black Carlito, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, click that bell, get our post notification. We going up. We going up.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria.
That last battle was crazy, man. I gotta look around.
I wonder what we can make with this.
If you can't decide, I'll have it raw.
Hey, wait!
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. And we damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set, and we'll set sail.
Let's get it then. I'm ready.
This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that...
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure... I bet my old man would have been blown away.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria. But was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really...
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as...
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the Crown Contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the Crown Contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of...
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara... Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream?
A curious choice of words.
Man, he talking
Did
to him
what you
forever.
see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city? He didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Dahnan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer.
You don't look so good.
Oh,
You
no.
alright?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now, as a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niaz was improving much to begin with.
Oh my god.
You mean Deadheim.
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, It's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadeye's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadeye wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Xion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
Ooh, I think I'm getting seasick again.
I know it's about to be a long conversation.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Xion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels. Not being able to hold another person's hand.
Yeah, we gonna find out. Let's ask her.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it, so... I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahaval.
Get it.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's
Hey.
the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin.
And she know the whole time.
Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Oh man.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
I don't have no life bottles, no orange gels. Come on, man. Whew. I'm gonna pull this off. We're gonna see.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Oh, life bottles. Oh, they read my mind. That's crazy. That's how you know it's about to be real. That's crazy. What I'm looking for.
Go no further!
Bring him down!
It's in the sky, it's mine! Fall into thy
Going in! Engaging! Just no escape! No escape! Report! Mission!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Now, I'm out of arrows!
Look at that.
Shockwave flash! Dragon swarm! It's on!
I'm just standing there. Man, you don't hit them. I'm just standing there. Fighting with moderation, so now.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Now you see what I can do! My shield? It's over!
I'll take my revenge on you!
Do it!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Resurrection!
Goodwill! Demons descend! Flashing fang! We can really make weapons?
Peace, Jill.
With this? Huh?
Got it!
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The big...
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials.
We don't know that she was only getting material.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere?
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then
I wouldn't put it...
she's strong yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low.
She's not the...
Sounds like you've made up your mind.
There was never anything to...
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
No choice!
You're mine! Move it! Here I come!
The earth throbs in pain.
These ones get their strength around us.
Dragon Swarm!
Ah,
Stand back! I'll trip it up! My turn! I'm not done! No further! Strike! I'm on it! Chakra coming up! Hurricane!
Now, Law, get toasty!
Bird strike!
woo!
Looks like we won.
Behind the mask.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a god.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid?
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's...
So that means there's some on this side. Tomatoes. Of course it is. Like, of course it's offline.
I won't forgive you!
Take this!
Freaking I'm on! Here's evil!
Take down their defenses!
Evil drive!
Your face!
There you are! Radiant
Hollow dance! These fists have got your name on them! Here I come! Dragon shell!
Here's the lightning! Now! Fire! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
It's
almost too strong! Split it open! I'll crush you!
See, that's why I like him. He uses this Mr. Guard quick.
I'll tear you apart! Here I come! Now you see what I can do! Like deal? Come on! You require
Astral energy!
Say no more!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Ooh, 10,000. Oh yeah, this fighting match should be tough. They give me all this money just fighting. Yeah, it's about to get real.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
This one's mine.
In a vine, no shield can stand up to these things.
Destruction! Crush! It's over!
Eat this.
It's over! We're not finished!
I'm out! Stop that!
Take it!
You're finished. Leave charges to me.
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
No! You're mine! No escape! Raining flash!
Now!
Demons descend. Flashing fang.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
An opponent like this should be easy. Now you'll learn!
Not that.
They really don't give up, do they? Astral energy! Full throttle!
Now! Here I come!
Throbs in pain.
Here I come! It's over! Eternal damnation!
Talon hurricane.
Crush! Here I come! Destruction!
Ah!
You're mine!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Hi, Hoodle!
Here I come!
Now you see what I can do.
Done! My harder!
Uh-uh.
What's all mine? Hell! Here I come!
You'll pay for what you did!
Give me that.
Through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Double me in an instant! Impact block!
Woo! Give me that.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Oh, I see red.
Gotta break through! The rebel! Stop down!
Never miss!
Hands
in the wind!
Struck!
You'll have no mercy!
Got you now! I'm not done!
Do it! More of that astral energy! Full throttle!
Now! Take this!
I'm ready to go. I'll finish you here and now. Can't get out of this.
Struck!
Lunar corruption! Lunar blast! Wind astral energy! More of that
Ready and ready.
You're mine! Struck!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar blast!
Raining slash!
Oh, no.
Struck!
Swallow dare.
You're finished! Shockwave slash!
What's this?
Take that! You're mine! It's over! Dragon Swarm! Eternal devastation! Right! Blown away! Not today! Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Just getting started.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
I'm out of here, no?
A comfortable win.
Uh-oh.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Now let's go back to the elevator. 38. Jeez.
An opponent like this should be easy.
It's a duel of the arm. Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more. I got flyers.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours. Lunar Rondo.
Lightning orb!
Stardust. Dragon Shell.
Dance in the wind! Air strike! Do it!
Demons descend! Flashing bang!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Oh.
No choice. Now you learn.
In your dreams!
No escape. Try harder. Take this. I'm not done. I will show you any mercy.
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash. My turn. No escape. Dragon Shell. Take it. Strike.
Eagle Assault! Now I'm in the groove!
Thank you!
I'll crush you!
Get him, Law. Get at him, Law.
Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! I'm just getting started!
I'm not done. Destruction.
Dragon!
Not today. No escape.
Here's evil!
Blow away. First strike. Radiant blast. Take this.
Sweet dragon!
Can't get out of this!
Dance in the wind! Here's evil now!
I'm not done. It's over. Try harder. My turn.
Ah.
Charging us.
That's what my shield's for. You see what happened there and you crossed
Got
me.
it. I'll leave it to you. No escape.
This one's mine!
I can do this all.
Here I go!
Take this. This one's all mine.
I'll heal you all!
Burn in hell.
Healing circle!
Riddle blast. Blow away. Riddle blast.
Smash you!
I'll take you here and now. Try harder. My
Give
turn.
me that.
You
Ah.
away with that!
Take this!
Here I come.
Dance in the wind! First aid!
Enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Here and now.
Do it!
Chill.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I'm out of here, man.
That'll teach us for getting cocky.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Okay. I'm defense up.
It's on!
You're mine. It's over. I'm on it. Take this. No escape. Here I come. Dragon Shell. Here. Dragon Swarm. Too fast.
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Let the marksman handle it.
You're
I
finished.
never miss.
Shockwave Blast. Dragon Swarm. Huh? You picked the wrong fight.
Glacial spear.
Dragon Blast. Chill.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Now. Here I come. I'm not done.
Talon Storm!
You're finished.
Here goes.
Blow away!
Lunar
Ah.
corruption. Can't I'm ready for the next battle.
Oh, wow.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments. They certainly
They gonna let me examine it?
Even here.
Force me.
This is...
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
I see one, eh?
I'll smash you!
My deal!
I'm the true gunslinger around here. Airborne.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. This one's all mine.
First strike!
Strike!
Reload!
Not a chance. On your knees.
First strike!
Eat this.
That's enough!
Lunar Blaster!
Ready, strike!
I can handle it!
Away!
Radiant One! Here!
Shockwave strike. Dragon form.
Should have messed with me!
More with that! Lightning
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon down!
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Ooh, 14,000.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
I'll make sure I got everything. So, I don't know. Is that it? I was just in here though.
No backing down!
I see one, eh?
Here comes! Here! Raging Cascade!
Fall back.
And here!
That gun out of your hand!
You go!
This one's all mine.
Here
My deal.
Now!
My turn. I'm not done. Crush.
I'll finish you here at the hole!
Now!
Totally. In an instant. Impact block.
Everyone hanging in there?
I think I'm missing something, man. Search through the basement. See something. I'm missing something.
Right, here goes.
There you take this!
You're mine.
You're finished! He's dead! Coyote! Glimmer Dragon! No escape! Archaic Waterfall! Dragon Tail! Blew away!
Leave the
Ah.
me.
Yeah! You're mine! This one's all mine!
I'll be saving
I'm
this
not
one.
done!
Radiant
Ready,
Blast!
now you
See what I can. Now I'm in the
Blew
groove.
away!
Reload!
Talon
Radiant Star!
Horrific hair!
I'm all stocked up! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
You're finished! Down!
Light now! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Barely a blip on our radar.
There it is. I missed that.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
Well, that's it for this video, man. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, click that bell, get our post notification. I'm going up with the videos, man. I slacked off for a little bit, but I'm back with it. Always remember, at all times, keep it 12-700.